11:26, and we'll call the meeting to order. $11:26. I thought. You want to do a roll call? I can do it.
Bob Olson,
Here.
Tom Kitson,
Here.
Jack Scrogstead, Mike Copine,
Here.
Mike Zeman,
Here.
Jim Sheeline. Okay, and we got Dean Friel sitting in for Tom Wilson.
All right. Yep. All right. Public attendees. Charlie, you got anything?
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
Wendy? Nancy? Nancy? Oh, Jennifer? No?
No.
Okay, cool. Everybody else? All right. Approval of minutes. Is there any changes or corrections in the minutes, August 17th, Executive Committee meeting? Any changes or corrections? If none, they're going to stand as read. We'll go to reports from committee chairs. Mr. Zeman, the claims.
Okay, we had two meetings to report on. August 23rd, Claims Committee. We reviewed 22 claims and forwarded all 22 to the full county board. We met on September 6th. We did 46 claims. We ratified all 46 of them. And that's my report.
Any questions or comments? Thanks, Mike. Mr. Scrogstad, County Services.
County Services met September 11th, 9 o'clock. All the reports from all the department heads are in the agenda packet. I just wanted to point out a couple of things here on what was going on. The Highway Department, who handles the electronics recycling, they'll be stopping that November 3rd. So anyone in this room or online, make sure that after November 3rd, they won't be taking it until in April of next year. So get your stuff there before November 3rd. And we didn't have no zoning things coming from. So I thought was that. We had a pretty short meeting, only 34 minutes. I think it's one of my records. But anyways, everything else is in the agenda packet. Thank you.
Is that a insinuation against Finance Committee, Mr. Scrogstad?
No, I didn't.
Fact check.
Yeah.
Mine's been running almost 50 minutes, almost an hour myself. So I'm proud that we got it 34.
Any questions or comments for Jack? Thanks, Jack. Mr. Copine, Public Safety and Court Services.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Public Safety met September 11th at 10:30. There were no public attendees present, so there was nothing from the public non-attendees, I'm sorry. Previous meeting minutes were approved without modification. Animal Control, Terry gave a report with some basics, but also commented that the office hired Stephen Mahan as the new Animal Control Officer. Amy Johnson was not able to be present, so there was nothing from the Circuit Clerk's office, nothing from the judges, coroner, and public defender. There was no report either from EMA. Kevin had notified me prior to the need to medically be absent from the meeting. Probation, Stacy was out of town or not available. Leslie Dever reported that the following information on behalf of the Probation Department. The office continues to work through union negotiations. The next meeting will be Thursday, September 14th. The Safety Act will be fully implemented on September 18th. The office will be making the necessary adjustments needed to meet the requirements as set forth in the Act. The Dependent Children's Care Fund continues to significantly surpass the amount budgeted for fiscal year 2023. Sheriff gave his report, and it also will be available. State's Attorney also presented the report. The office will be moving to implement the changes necessary to meet the requirements of the Safety Act, Pretrial Fairness Act that will be fully implemented on September 18th. He also commented that the public defender, along with the public defender's office, will be implementing Carpel, the new case management software, during the week of 9/18 of 23. The office has had 219 felony cases filed so far in 2023. Quarterly report on the collection of unpaid fines. State's attorney in September received $4,517.15 was collected in unpaid fines. A total of $47,538.45 has been collected so far in 2023. I had stated that there was no new action or anything going on the abandoned properties or anything. The county attorney continues to work toward a resolution of the property at 251 and 30. That's still ongoing action as far as the abandoned buildings. Unfinished business, there was no topics. New business, no topics, and no executive session. So the meeting adjourned at 10:47 a.m. And that's my report.
Any questions for Mike? Thanks, Mike. I got one for Charlie. So Monday you'll be switched over to the 100% Safety Act,
Sorry, switch over to what?
the Safety Act, or that's
Correct,
when it
yep.
comes in, and we're 100% ready to go with that? As much as we can be?
We have been preparing, yes.
All right. Nothing you want to elaborate on that, or?
I mean, a lot of this is going to be speculation at best because we've been meeting for months, been meeting since 2021, 2022 when this was decided. And then there was the hiccup with the lawsuit that was going on. So we started meeting again. We've met with law enforcement. I think we've prepared as best as we can, but there's going to be scenarios that come through that we're just not going to be ready for because we just don't know what this is going to look like. It's the entire criminal justice system being revamped.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. We'll go on to facilities and maintenance, Mr. Friel.
All right, we met on the 11th. Ours was a short meeting, probably a little shorter than Jack's, but anyway. Had a report from Jeff Hilden. There's a lot of things going on, as you're aware, the ramp and stuff out front. They should be done with this week. Might be a little glitch in getting the railing, but Jeff's working on that, trying to get it done right away. So they've hired a new maintenance technician. And most of the stuff's in your packet. Jeff's looking into, and he's found a program that he's going to be comfortable with for maintenance. I mean, inventory, work orders. I mean, something that he's very comfortable with. So he's got the permission to go ahead with that and get that. It's going to take a little time to input, what belts, what parts, but it's going to be I think it's going to be a good system for everybody. So, and he's looking into saving money, like on cleaning the carpet with, whoever it is with now. Anyway, he's figured out that the county can actually go out and purchase them and save money after like a year's time, where you can have your own mats and stuff. And they're cleaning them anyway daily. So, I mean, you're just basically, they're clean rugs. So, I mean, he's got some good ideas. So I'm looking, and chemical wise, he's thinking about combining things like that. So, I mean, he's headed in the right direction. So any questions?
Mike?
I have one question, maybe a couple.
Sure.
I don't know when they completed the repair of that drain grate down by the emergency 911 building, but it looks good.
Okay.
Thank whoever did that. I don't know if it was our people or.
It's the same company that's doing this out here.
Okay. Looks much better and nobody's going to lose their front
Right.
end over it, so.
They do a good job.
I don't see Jeff here, but I got to compliment him that a lot of the stuff that he has taken on as the administrator is very proactive. I think that's going to, in the long run, is going to save a few bucks for the county. I really do. So I'd like you to pass, if I don't see him before you, to pass on my
I
thank
certainly
you
will.
for
Yeah, he's making a lot of good steps, a lot of good moves that I think is going to be
he
real
is.
beneficial to everybody.
I know a few people don't feel that way with this software thing, but sometimes you have to make changes or adaptations in it, but I think that's in the positive direction.
Yeah, I mean, right now, there's not much of a setup system for that. If somebody needs something done that, you call somebody on the phone or whatever, I think it'll make things easier for everybody.
I think that's great. Thanks.
No, thank you. I'll pass that on if I see Jeff.
Anything else? Thanks, Dean. Mr. Sheeline, a very short finance committee.
Yeah, very short finance committee meeting that you guys, most of you were able to sit on and enjoy.
Can you capsulize that, Jim?
I will do my best, Michael. We met this morning at 9:00 and we had the quarterly financial report from the treasurer. In essence, we're going to, revenues and expenses remain same. We should end the year a few $1,000s, maybe around $100,000 to the good. Contrast that to last year where we were significantly higher than that because of federal dollars and that were flowing through the system. But still a good thing for us to end the year on a positive note. So that was a good report from Paul. Then we have 11 Joseph Meyer resolutions that is passed on to this committee to be put on the agenda. And then we had most of our budget wrap-up discussion, and we have a few outline items, but we're going to meet again on the 26th. And we should be able to wrap those up and have the budget presented to the county board in time for October. So that's my report.
Any questions or comments? Thanks, Jim.
Is that okay?
Perfect. Couldn't be better.
Perfect. We'll move to old business. We got the property liability insurance. I don't have anything. Wendy, do you have anything you want to share at this time with that?
I do not.
Okay, we'll move to, we have nothing under new business. We'll go to appointments. The Republican Party sent Ally Huss to us to a resolution. We have a resolution to appoint her to District 2. Is there a motion putting the resolution appointment of Ally Huss on the September County Board agenda? Mr. Kitson moves, Mr. Krogstad seconds. Any discussion? If none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Raffle reports. That's all I got. We have 3 raffle reports, Home of Hope raffle, Trinity Care raffle report, and Pawpaw Lions Club. Is there a motion to put all 3 of these on file with the county?
So moved.
Mr. Copine moves. Mr. Kitson seconds. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We got their review of the per diem report for the county board approval for July meetings for September payout. Is there any changes or anything? Everybody look them over good? If no changes, we don't have to do anything here. We'll move on to executive. I don't have an executive session. Do we have anything for executive? If none, we'll move into the agenda part of our meeting.
Right along, boss.
Yes, like it. So the agenda part of our meeting, Nancy, we're ready. First, we're going to do call to order, pledge allegiance, invocation, roll call, board chair announcements, approval of board minutes. Joseph Meyer, we have 11 resolutions. We have nothing on zoning and planning all the way through. We, of course, want our monthly update from our administrator, board member comments, public comments, Lee County organization presentations and comments and updates, reports of our committees, unfinished business, new business. Is there anything from today that we always ask this that happened today that we need to put on?
No. Sorry. The discussion in regards to, just so everybody was here, but just to reiterate, the sheriff has an opportunity to bring an employee over from DOC They'll go into corrections, and there was a little bit of miscommunication between him and myself in regards to what the budget impact was. So it was not on the finance agenda. I don't think that discussion has to go to the county, because it'll be,
I think.
because we'll do that in October.
Will that
because-
be too late for him to do that, or, yeah, I think it needs.
I think the timing, I'll tell him that the intent of the finance committee was to go ahead but we're going to have the budget impact numbers, and we'll approve that in October.
You guys have your meeting the 26th, right? Your September budget meeting?
Yeah, and we'll incorporate that, and what that was, again, to reiterate, was to bring a person on for corrections. They'll help alleviate the overtime issues in that area. Yes, yeah, we got guys in the academy, and we have a retiree that's happening in March. So it'll be an additional head count for the sheriff up until March, where that will roll off because of the retirement.
So we don't need that on the agenda then?
I don't think so. Wendy, do you see any? Yeah, she's.
Well,
shaking.
at this point, well, I guess this committee could. I was going to say finance can't put it on. It wasn't on their agenda. Technically, it wasn't on executive committee's agenda. Bob would have the latitude per board rules to put it on full board and have this conversation at the full board. But I would think you would want to have that conversation on the 26th with your finance committee first.
Yeah, because we don't have any numbers as far as what costs, we have guesses, we have educated guesses as far as what the cost is going to be, but we'll have that in October.
Let's wait and make sure we're got it all. Yep. All right. So there's nothing we got to worry about there. We've got the appointments, we got the resolution of Ally Huss. I think, go ahead.
I think I think Nancy was about to say the same thing I was, which is normally for a county board appointment, we would move that to the beginning of the agenda so this board member could participate. Is that still what you want to do?
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll just reorganize that a little bit and we'll pull her up to the top. Okay? Yep.
But I think I'll extend a invitation for her to come in like at 5:00, Becky, you think, and we'll have a meet and greet if anybody wants to come in and meet her before the meeting. I think that's a good process. Does everybody agree with that?
And I have been in communication with her and kind of talked her through to be watching for the onboard invitation email and board packet and all of that. So we're going to be communicating between now and that meeting as well.
Okay. So that's all we have for appointments. Leave executive session on there, the approval of county officers' reports, quarterly treasury report, the monthly revenue, claims paid, vacation, payroll paid, approval of board member mileage and per diem, adjournment, of course. I need a motion to approve this proposed county board agenda. Yes.
What we talked about earlier, you said it was going to go to claims. Do we need to take any other action with that? You know what I'm saying?
Nope, the claims committee will take care of that.
Okay.
I just wanted for
Just clarification.
Yep.
Okay.
Transparency is why I wanted to bring it up. I think we're already okayed on that. I just wanted to bring it up.
Yeah, and finance committee did verify that, it's, the money is there in capital that's been allocated for that project.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. So I'm going back. I need a motion to approve the proposed county board agenda. Mr. Skrockstead moves, Mr. Friel seconds. Any discussion? If done, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Mr. Copine,
Second.
Mr.